Hi beautiful people, welcome back. Hope everybody is doing well. Hope everybody is staying cool, staying hydrated because it's still very hot. I know down here in the south we're having a lot of rain and that's a good thing, but also my thoughts and prayers go out to those that are affected by the flooding in Kentucky. I will leave a link in my description if you guys would like to donate. Awesome. If not, prayers are heard. Before we get into all KJ shenanigans, my usual disclaimer, please do not take what I say as fact. Feel free to do your own research and come to your own conclusion. Before we get into me reporting on Katie Joy and the vile, disgusting person that she is and what she's doing, please do not lose sight of the most important person in the situation, and that is Marvon McCrae. He is still in a coma, and thank God, some good news, he's off the ventilator, he is breathing on his own, and that is wonderful news, absolutely wonderful news. To be so disrespectful to Marvon, this is unacceptable. He is the victim. There have been videos put out there, and absolutely everybody's entitled to their opinion. But also, you got to remember, Marvon is the only one that cannot speak for himself. He's the one that has been harmed. He's the only one that cannot fend for himself right now. Yes, there are videos out there, but like I say, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. Everybody can draw different conclusions from what they see from those videos. From what I see from those videos, as a humble, strong, sweet, loving young man. He loved his family. He was submissive to his wife. He just wanted the best for his wife. He always, in my opinion, wanted just to do what made his wife happy. And there's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. On the opposing side, what I see from Andrea McCrae, she needs help. Absolutely, in my opinion, there has been a drastic change in her. She's controlling, a Miss Know-it-all, and who is that obsessed with knives? And the saddest part about it is that, which will remind all of us of something, the attention is more important to her than anything else. Is that not self-absorbed? In my opinion, she is definitely not coming across as a person who claims to love their spouse or wants the best for their spouse. I feel like she's hiding a lot, but that's just me. Also reminds me a lot of Katie Joy. At the end of the day, there are so many things that I feel, and you know that saying, what's done in the dark always comes to light. There is still so much more to come out. I could be wrong, but what I'm going to do right now is continue to pray for Marvon. I'm going to continue to call out Katie Joy for being disrespectful, for being mean, for being heartless. Marvon McCrae deserves respect, peace, healing, and to be held up in prayer. It was a question on a lot of people's minds, but how come Katie Joy is on Facebook so much? She's not posting on her Instagram, she's not posting on her YouTube, she's just constantly on Facebook. And I felt this, I'm not saying I'm the only one, but this is what I felt, is that Katie Joy saw how successful Andrea McCrae was on Facebook, how well she was doing. Because when she starts reporting on Andrea McCrae, she was like, when they were discussing Andrea's finances, the wheels in her brain were turning. You could actually hear the wheels in her brain turning. I'm just saying. But anyway, she took a page out of Andrea's book. Period. This is the way I see it went down. Katie Joy at one point, and you guys, I am going to go back and continue with this timeline because it's just so sad at the lengths that Katie Joy will go and who she will exploit for financial gain. As I said, when she saw how successful Andrea McCrae was on Facebook, she replicated everything, in my opinion, what Andrea was doing. She saw the amount of followers Andrea had. She's in the process, in my opinion, of trying to win the hearts of Andrea's followers, those followers that still follow Andrea, because why all of a sudden would she just hop on the other side of the fence in defense of Andrea McCrae? And Katie Joy, you can whistle from the highest mountain. You are in defense and on Andrea's side. Everybody can see that. The other day when Katie Joy was on her Facebook Live, she was happy. I think at that point when Katie Joy was in that live, she knew how far she needed to go and how much further she needed to go, because she was close to being monetized on Facebook. Because I'm going to play this clip for you where she was like, yeah, go ahead. Keep on sending the laughing emojis. Keep on sending the mean comments. Encouraging people to be disrespectful to her, to be mean to her. She was encouraging them because she knew the end game. Because it wasn't even 2 days later, as of yesterday, August 1st, Katie Joy is now monetized on Facebook. I'm not raining on a parade. Congratulations, Katie Joy, because I still remember. And let me remind you guys, she's still facing 2 lawsuits. She admitted she knows how much lawyers cost. She pays her lawyer bi-weekly. So every second week, Katie Joy is shelling out to her attorney because she has 2 lawsuits going. Not to say that those lawsuits are just going to disappear. She's still paying the price because of her fucking stupidity, because she can't keep her mouth shut, because Katie Joy doesn't like to be wrong, because Katie Joy likes to push the envelope. It lands her. This is not Katie Joy's first rodeo, people. She's going to keep going and going and going. Because you see, in Katie Joy's twisted, demented mind, in my opinion, she feels like even negative attention is good attention. But her end game too is going to blow up in her face, because she succeeded in being monetized, so she has another platform where she's monetized. But that money, as soon as it comes in, it goes out, because she's facing defamation lawsuits. She didn't win her first defamation lawsuit. She settled. She gave the opposing side what they wanted. And then she still ended up being a witness to the opposing side. So she's not that smart. Just my opinion. So she succeeded there. She followed in Andrea McCrae's footsteps. She succeeded. She's monetized on Facebook. And who's the one with the biggest smile on their face? Katie Joy. Because she's profiting off the story now. She found a way to profit off the story. And that was her end game. Now moving forward, another disclaimer before we get into this video, which this is so sad to be making all these disclaimers. I'm going to read off to you posts that Katie Joy has made. And recently, it's only in reference to one person. And you all can guess by now, that's Molly Golightly. I know Molly Golightly can speak for herself. I am not speaking for Molly Golightly. I am pointing out Katie Joy's hypocrisy, Katie Joy's stupidity, and Katie Joy's jealousy and enviousness. So the only reason why I am talking about this is because Katie Joy has found a victim, to which she is going to go after this person, so this person can in turn come at her and she can claim to be the victim. That's just the way I'm looking at it at this point. Because honestly speaking, KJ is feeling a certain kind of way because this person has also exposed her for the trash that she is. So if anybody's going to come at me with, Molly did this, Molly did that, We're talking about now, that's happening now. And if you do have any issues, Molly Golightly is an open book. She'll answer whatever you got to say. I am just pointing out the childishness of Katie Joy and how she goes after people. And pay close attention to this. Katie Joy is not going after, and not that I wanted to, but she's not going after justice for all, Justin. She's only going after Molly. And we all have picked this up with Katie Joy for a long time. Katie Joy just cannot stand another woman to be successful. It eats at her. And this is just another typical example. Katie Joy says, apologize for the dump of information tonight. My final piece of information I've learned is about the endless fundraising for the story. Why was Molly, aka Marissa, brought in to help Vaughn's family? Simple, fundraising. Molly has been privately bragging to many people behind the scenes and on camera that she's known for being the best fundraiser in the community. She bragged about raising over $50,000 for St. Jude. So for Molly, this is a game of numbers. To raise as much money as she can for the story, regardless of how the money is raised, in my opinion. Marissa claims that she is helping investigators by compiling information. The truth is she is under investigation by the same police she is claiming to help. While she may be outraged by Ray's behavior, her discussion both live and privately are all about the money she's raising. Justice is not about money. The fact that this story is a shit show, wow, is because Molly was likely tapped by Justice for Vaughan Edmonds solely for donation efforts. No wonder Letitia was so eager to work with Molly. Makes you wonder what kind of cut the Justice for Vaughan Edmonds are getting. Marissa is involved for fundraising. Can you believe this, you guys? Let me just say this. Marissa is Marissa, aka Molly Golightly. Nobody can change who she is. She's been this way all her life. She's controversial, she's outspoken, she's funny. She is who she is. Why now is this an issue for Katie Joy? Because Katie Joy is none the better. So her asking why Molly was brought in to help Vaughn's family. Because to my knowledge, these admins went to quite a few YouTubers and asked for help to get the story out there, including Miss Know-It-All Katie Joy. But as my timeline will show, when Katie Joy's deceptive plan did not work to be the soul of the story, she felt a certain kind of way and decided to hop the fence. But her saying that Molly has been privately bragging to many people behind the scenes about her being the best fundraiser, how many times has Molly actually said this? Countless times. If she raised $50,000 to St. Jude, wonderful. But Katie Joy, where's the receipts when you did a fundraiser for the Ronald McDonald House? Where's those receipts, Katie Joy? People donated to you, but they don't know where their money went because you did not provide receipts. You don't know if Molly is in this game of numbers. That's your opinion. If that's what makes you feel better about yourself, keep it going. And then she goes and she says, Marissa claims that she is helping investigators by compiling this information. Didn't you also say that you are helping the kid's biological dad when you were asking people for videos, unedited videos, so you could give it to the dad so he could gain custody of his kids? What's the difference, Katie Joy? So only you can do and nobody else can do. You know what I've taken away from talking about the money being raised was because, Katie Joy, you went and you asked Miss Letitia for a refund of your donation because you couldn't handle rejection. So in turn, you went and you asked this hurt, heartbroken, traumatized mother for your money back. And let's be clear about one thing. You donated first time around $100. And then, I'm just assuming now, and this is just my opinion, you were called out for only donating $100. So you went forth and you donated another $500 and gave a tip of $75. So in all, that's $675 that you asked back. And your words were, you took that money and you gave it to the dad of the girls. So what is more sickening? Molly talking about the money she's raising, or you asking for your money back? Because I have never in my 47 years ever seen anybody ask for a donation back. And you lied to get your donation back. You said that this fundraiser or GoFundMe is a scam. It's fraudulent. You, in my opinion, committed fraud to get your money back because the GoFundMe is still up. And if you want to sit there and continue say, but they're not giving answers to where their money is going for this donation. Me personally, when I donate, I don't expect answers on where my money went. I gave because of what I was told, what it was needed for. I don't want to see receipts. And guess what, Katie Joy? You do need money to get justice. You know that. How much money are you spending on your attorneys, Katie Joy? Attorneys are not cheap. And if I can remember correctly, you said your attorney is $350 an hour. So that at this point now, because of your stupidity, and because you can't handle rejection, you're paying the price by paying attorneys every second week. This story was never and will never be a shit show, Katie Joy, because this story is about Marvon McCRAE, a 29-year-old young man that's laying in a coma. And if Molly was tapped by Justice for Vaughn's admins because of a donation efforts, nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. Because you see, Katie Joy, when you're in a position of nobody ever knew or nobody ever feels that they would be in a position like this, where something just comes out of nowhere at the spur of the moment, and especially in the days we're living in now, Katie Joy, where people are living paycheck to paycheck. Unlike you, that are sitting online 24/7, degrading people, humiliating people, trying to disgrace people for your monetary gain. And I believe you're making quite a chunk of change. That is sad. That you would actually try bring somebody down to uplift yourself. Then she posted, today my contact that has been getting the records from Yuma PD was told that the harassment CAD and report filed by Andrea McCrae against Marissa Zadinsky, aka Molly Golightly, is still an open investigation. Andrea reported Marissa to police after Marissa doxed Andrea's mother's address and asked people to drive by the home. She also reported someone for trespassing on her property and taking a video of the shed in her backyard. The same photo that you used when you were all well and good with Molly Golightly, that you were having a good kiki with, that when you felt that Andrea murdered her husband. Now, how the fuck do you murder somebody when somebody is still with us today? Wow. She also reported someone for trespassing on a property and taking a video of the shed in her backyard. This video was provided to Marissa and released on her channel. I am not coming to Marissa's defense. This was absolutely wrong. But how can I tell anybody what they should and shouldn't be doing? I can say that's wrong to do, but if they're going to do it, they're going to do it. But also, Katie Joy is not innocent at all, because Katie Joy received and accepted photos of the Douglas families that were taken without their consent and plastered all over her YouTube channel, Instagram, and maybe other social medias, I don't know. So, Katie Joy, look in the mirror. The police will not release details about the investigation reports. Please do not dox or harass anyone in the story. Wow. All of a sudden, now she has been monetized. Now that she is gaining subscribers, she's putting on the facade that she's this good, trustworthy person. Bullshit. Absolute bullshit. Now tell me something. It's all well and good for Marissa to be reported to police, for police to come to her home and tell her, please stop doing what you're doing. Okay? Because at this point, Katie Joy is the only one that feels that the police were not at her house when the police did come to her house. So there's the proof now that Molly was reported to the police. But in turn, let's talk about this. I was supposed to talk about this the other night. Something was sent to me out of privacy and respect, so I'm going to respect that. So I did reach out to this person and she did give me permission to tell the story. Another huge disclaimer. Don't go send Katie Joy hate. Don't go harass her. Don't go bombard her. Personally, every road has an end. Nothing goes on and on and on. So the other day when Molly Golightly played that video of Miss Letitia Hartsore on how Katie Joy is being so mean, disrespectful and vile, a lot of people took offense to it. So this person reached out to me and she said that she called Katie Joy's police department or sheriff's department in her county. And she said the cop that she spoke to was totally unhelpful. This cop was so agitated at her because he said people have been calling CPS on Katie Joy. In my opinion, there is a difference. This person was not calling them to say Katie Joy was doing anything to her son. This person was calling them to please go and ask Katie Joy to stop her online attacks on MrsLBias. And he felt inconvenienced by that. He felt Katie Joy was being harassed. She said he wasn't nice at all. And when she told him that Katie Joy was terrorizing a family and going after her mother, he totally refused to listen to this person. But it's okay for Andrea McCrae to call the police on Molly Golightly, that her police department came to her door and told her to stop doing what she's doing. But now when it comes to Katie Joy has basically told this police department that she is a reporter. This is her job. So worst comes to worst now, if anything, God forbid anything happens, that police department is going to tell people, oh no, she's just a journalist, a reporter, it's her job. It's just what happens. Has Katie Joy got her own police department that fucked? Now, I'm not saying anybody should be going and reporting and finding out about this sheriff's department or this police department. No. I'm just giving you an example of why is it okay for it to be done to one person and not be done to the next person. Plenty of us that report on Katie Joy. Katie Joy has done some vile things, some questionable things. She can dox people and nothing happens, but let other people dox her. You swear blind, her world is ending. So for this person to have reached out to this department and she felt like she was interrogated when she was just trying to look out for the best interest of an innocent private citizen that Katie Joy is harassing and attacking on a daily basis. What's wrong with that picture, you guys? Let me know what you guys think. She's moving with some mad luck. Some mad luck. for putting private citizens' information online, even though it's public record. It's the moral of the story. But let it be done to her. She's the first person crying wolf. Thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Please be safe out there. Please stay safe out there. Be kind to one another. And don't forget, make good memories. Bye guys.